Imagine having the privilege to invest in multiple assets through one medium, like mutual funds, and the freedom to buy or sell them like stocks. Well, that's what ETFs help you do. Click on the I button to watch the video on ETFs. In that video, we have discussed some of the best performing ETFs like QQQ and SPY with an absolute 5-year return of 127% and 101% respectively as of 19th May 2025. However, these ETFs have predominantly US companies in their holdings. Though it's not necessarily a bad thing, but you'd be limiting your choices. The thing about investing in US market is that you gain access to not only US listed assets but also global investment options, allowing you to diversify your portfolio internationally. During the better part of the first half of 2025, we saw a consolidation in the US and the Indian markets. However, during this time, markets of countries like Poland, Spain, and Greece were affected but quickly got back on their feet. In fact, WIG20, Poland's large cap market index, has generated a return of 23% year to date. But how can investors invest in a country like Poland from India? This is where country-specific ETFs come in. These ETFs allow you to invest in different countries and gain from the advantages specific to them. So let's discuss why you need to invest in global ETFs and the risks associated with these ETFs. And we'll also look at some of the best performing ETFs under this category. Case for global diversification. Since the start of September 2024, Indian markets saw a huge outflow of FII and flowing into our neighbor China, causing the Nifty to take a hit and the latter to gain over 30% in just a couple of weeks, while the Indian market started retreating from its peak of 26,000 points. But the Indian market isn't alone in this. Surprisingly, the S&P 500, which posted over 10% return, has been unable to breach even 5% returns over the same period in 2025. There were many reasons for USA's poor market performance this year, but tariffs remained the biggest of all, causing the US market session to fall over 10% over just 3 trading sessions. But during this same time, while US and Indian markets were consolidating, markets of countries like Poland, Spain were returning over 20%. Long story short, if you restrict yourself to a single market, then you are losing out on a lot of golden investment opportunities out there. Now, one thing that investment experts have emphasized throughout their lives, and rightly so, is diversification. From the comparisons we have made so far, you must have understood one thing, that investing in multiple markets is more beneficial than investing in just one. Secondly, not every market responds the same way to global decisions like tariffs. We saw how, during the tariff war period, emerging markets like Poland and Germany took a dip but were back on their feet in no time. Thirdly, political decisions. Political decisions have a huge impact on the country's stock market. Like recently, the People's Bank of China announced a 50 BPS reduction in reserve requirement ratio to 10%, which means banks could now reserve less and lend more. Due to this move, the Hang Seng Index and the Hang Seng Tech Index soared up to 7.5% and 5.5% respectively. ETFs. Now, to benefit from the advantages mentioned above and to diversify your portfolio internationally, you have 2 options. First, directly invest in the stocks of your preferred country. Or second, through country-specific ETFs. Going by the direct method, though you'll have the freedom of choosing your own stocks, you'll have to go through regulatory hurdles of opening a demat account in the country you wish to invest in, lose hours, and in some cases, days to remit your funds to make an investment, fulfilling compliance requirements, among other complications. But the most limiting part of it all is the fact that you'll have to do this for every country you wish to invest in and will have to personally manage every investment, track their price movements individually, and add or remove the stocks depending upon changing market conditions. But with country-specific ETFs, you are just investing in ETFs traded in the US markets but linked to indices representing the markets of other countries. This makes it easy for you to not only diversify into one country but multiple countries, just like buying stocks, but in this case, you'll be owning multiple companies through a single ETF. So let's look at a few country-specific ETFs. First is iShare MSCI Poland ETF, EPOL. This ETF tracks the MSCI Poland IMI 2550 index, which mirrors the performance of the Polish equity market. It has generated a return of 46.29% year-to-date with an expense ratio of 0.60%. Second is iShare MSCI Spain ETF. This ETF tracks the MSCI Spain 2550 index, which consists of Spanish equities and includes both large and mid-sized Spanish companies. It has generated return of 37.52% year-to-date with an expense ratio of 0.50%. Third is the Global X MSCI Greece ETF, GREC. This ETF tracks the MSCI All Greece Select 2550 index, which is the benchmark for the performance of Greek equities. As of 20th May 2025, this ETF has generated a return of 36.06% year-to-date with an expense ratio of 0.57%. Now that we have seen some of the best performing country-specific ETFs of 2025, it's time for us to explore the risk associated with them to get full picture. First up is political decisions. Just like good political decision can boost market performance, bad ones can negatively affect market performance. This is what happened with India when it increased the rate of capital gains tax imposed on foreign institutional investors. Second is currency risks. If the value currency of the country you are investing in falls against your native currency, then your overall returns can take a hit. Tax implications. When you invest in the US markets, you get the benefit of DTAA or Double Tax Avoidance Agreement. But only 85 out of 195 countries have signed this agreement with India. So, if you are investing in the remaining 110 countries, then you might have to pay capital gains tax twice. So, these are some of the major risks associated with investing in country-specific ETFs. Also, we recommend investing as per your risk appetite and also doing the due diligence before investing your money in any asset. Now, if you found this helpful, then click on the like button and let us know in the comment section which country-specific ETFs you are investing in.
Investment in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.